Hey, hello, and welcome to the next episode of VRCoholics. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers.
Today, we have a lot to talk about. I'm your host, Flake. With me is my co-host, TZ Tank. Hi, TZ.
Yes, hello. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in.
And we have a special guest, a friend of ours that just wants to join. It's Redrick. Hello, Redrick.
Hello there.
All right. The first and one of the most important things today is the good old question: what you drinking? What you drinking, TZ?
Me, I had some beer before. I had some Budweiser before. Budweiser are pretty common, at least in Europe. It's very common export beer, actually. I think almost everybody kind of knows Budweiser from somewhere.
Yeah.
So right now, I kind of stopped with the beers. I started now with just another screwdriver.
Hey, the good old screwdriver. You told me last time what it is. Good job.
Yeah.
And I totally forgot what it is.
Well, it's vodka, just mixed with some orange juice. It's that simple.
Ah,
The
yeah,
only
it's vodka. Oh,
purpose
it's vodka.
is-
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I was drunk.
It's absolutely
am today.
simple. It's effective. Just like that. 2 ingredients. Don't need more. How about you, Redrick?
A few shots in of Palinka, which for ease I just call schnapps because it's basically the same thing.
Nah,
I have 2 pilsners and even more of that schnapps.
amazing.
Fucked up.
Be careful though with that strong drinks though.
What I'm drinking is I have some Astra Rakete. That's like a beer mixed with lemon and a little bit of vodka. And the thing you heard, that's in a glass bottle, and the thing you heard me open up, that's a can of Mixery Purple Energy. It's a beer mixed with a berry mix. It's a berry mix. It's really tasty. You can drink it. It tastes like soda, but it gets you fucked up. It has 5%. If you drink a lot, you're gonna die.
You told
But
me
it's
something
really
about
good.
you told me something about berry the last time. Is it the same thing or something? Or
It is the same thing. Yeah, I bought
okay.
what was it, like 8 cans of it, half a liter, and yeah, I started with them. I had already like 9 or 10 bottles of beer, and now it's continuing to the cans, but still good, still feeling refreshed, and still gonna continue partying. What we were doing before we joined this, or we got in this world, was DEFCON 1 is playing right now. It's the biggest and best hardstyle and hardcore and hard dance music festival there is. And we listened to that, we watched the live stream, and it was absolutely amazing. Just drinking with the boys and girls in Discord, just having fun, streaming the live stream. It was a blast. But we wanted to share some shit with you, so that's why we are here. And yeah, anything special happened in the last week? TZ, Redrick, anything you want to tell the viewers or the listeners?
A power outage. I think that's pretty interesting. Like 20 minutes ago, I was sitting here with 2 lit candles.
Ah,
So,
damn.
so I almost didn't make it.
Yeah, glad you were still here now.
If I get disconnected, it's that.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. Well, for me, basically, I bought myself, because it was my birthday, and I had some spare money on the side as well.
Hey, happy
A
birthday.
VR.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I bought myself a VR treadmill, so I will definitely give the viewers, give the listeners here, kind of some recommendations or kind of a thought about the treadmill that I'll make in the future. I'll definitely talk about that, how my opinions are, how it works after some time. I will definitely give updates on that. And to be honest, although it was really expensive, it was a dream of mine. I'm happy that I have it now. I'm happy that it's gonna arrive in the next few weeks. I'm just very fucking excited for this to happen, and yeah, definitely stay tuned for any kind of updates and any kind of experiences and stories that I'll have with the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, put us into your favorites so you won't miss any episode in the future. And I'm really interested in how the treadmill works. I was looking at that a long time ago, and let me tell you, it was just a little bit too expensive, but I'm still like salivating when I look at it. The treadmill, oh my god, it's one of the best ever.
Yeah, I really, really thought, should I buy this or not? But at the end of the day, I was like, come on, just do it. It was a long time dream, and finally, it's coming true. I'm just very, very excited that it's finally
Absolutely,
happening.
I can absolutely understand. For me personally, nothing interesting happened. Like, for real, nothing. Like, zero. My life is a little bit boring. No, just kidding. All good.
Come
Nothing
on.
negative happened either. So nothing positive, nothing negative. I'm neutral, so all good. I'm not complaining.
You were just vibing on the Discord, on the camera. Come on. No, that was fucking crazy, okay? It was pretty
Okay,
nice to see
DEFCON
that.
1. Okay, it's my favorite music. I had a lot. I had a blast, like the last 3 hours, and it was fun. But instead of that, I already told our viewers and listeners, DEFCON 1, absolutely recommendation. But yeah, that's it. That's absolutely.
Yeah.
I think I should also know that I just finished my finals. I am
You
finally out of school.
did.
Yeah.
Hey, good
Yeah.
job.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Oh, we're
Oh.
all fucking up.
Yeah.
This is not our
We are trained
studio.
professionals.
Absolutely. This is not our studio. This is our first time recording this. And we're still developing our own world to record the podcast. And so stay tuned to that. So don't forget to subscribe and to put us in
Follow
your
us on-
favorites and
yeah.
Spotify and shit, so you can see the new stuff. So
Yes,
just
absolutely.
saying.
There's a lot of stuff coming up in the future. Definitely. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. Like, we're planning to also implement future VR tech, future AR tech into our podcasts. A lot of other stuff that we're also going to discuss pretty soon.
Absolutely.
And for the people on Spotify, give us a couple of reviews, give us a couple of thoughts, and mention a little things on what we can do better, what things can we improve, what did you like, what things are there to kind of make better.
Improve. Just give us feedback.
Give us your thoughts.
Yeah, just don't tell us, yeah, you shit it. Yeah, we know. So just tell us what's shit and what we can do better.
Exactly. And
yo, stop, TZ. Didn't we forget something really important?
Oh, I think yeah, we definitely have forgot something very important.
We're forgetting something really, really important.
Yeah.
It starts with a C. Redrick?
What could it be? What could it possibly be?
I have no idea. Flick, what could it be?
Fucking cheers!
Cheers, people.
Cheers to us. Cheers to the viewers. And listeners.
So, join us. If you say the C word, you can join us.
One thing I wanted to mention to the people on Spotify, you can also tune in on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel now. We currently are recording this entire conversation in VRChat. To the people on Spotify, I just said that. To the people on YouTube, you can tune in Spotify as well, just to listen to us in case you're on a car ride or doing anything else right now and you just want to listen to us to a Spotify. Listen to a podcast, VRCoholics. Search it up on Spotify. It's right there.
But let's get to the main topic, because I think it's a long topic and we can do it for the whole podcast. If you need to burp, just burp. Redrick, I didn't tell you. Just let it all out. Hey, good job. The topic that we chose for today is what's your favorite thing to do, or what are your favorite things to do in VRChat? I think we do not have only one thing to do in VRChat. We have like multiple things that we really, really like to do in VRChat while we are in VRChat. And I think if people are really interested and it's their favorite thing to do, we can talk a lot about it. So that's the main point of this podcast today. And like we already said, if you have recommendations on what topics we can put in, if you want to join us, just hit us up. We're gonna talk about it at the end so we can make it better together. All right, let's start with Rhetoric. You heard me. What is your favorite thing or your favorite things to do in VRChat and why?
Well, aside from drinking with you a lot, because that seems pretty obvious, I like exploring like sci-fi words. I just found a new word that I set as my new homework because I really liked it. There's also a FTL kind of game in VRChat. It's called Fate of the Herbals, I think. It's really good. You should try it out.
Quick
Bring some
question.
friends.
What does FTL mean?
Faster than light.
Good
Faster
job.
than light.
The game.
Yeah, Faster Than Light. It's a pretty hard game to get into, but if you're into it, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
I'm not that into it myself, but I would recommend the VRChat game. It was much easier, I think. Be prepared to bring some friends because it's not really popular.
Mm-hmm.
I
And why
think
sci-fi?
because I'm
Are
a
you more
sci-fi
into
guy.
sci-fi guy? So
Yeah.
nothing medieval, like
No, not
the
really.
good old towers and bow and arrow. You're like, oh my god, it's science fiction. It's new. It's interesting. Is that why you're using VRChat to get to places that are not possible right now? Or is it just that you're interested in the sci-fi that is created today that just was put into VRChat?
I didn't start playing VRChat for sci-fi. Once I got really into it, once I started exploring more freely, then I started venturing down that road. I found some birds occasionally. Some were good, some were bad, really bad.
Yeah, we all know world hopping and finding like, okay, that's made by a 3-year-old, and then you hop to another world, and that's like, yo, what the hell did a fucking company did this did this? It's like all the tech and the little details and the things you can find, and okay, that was a nice map, and then you open the door and you just open up the door to a whole new world. You're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, the word I set as my homework, I think this is the second time I found it. It was just under development the first time, and I really didn't pay much attention to it.
Put your favorite worlds or put interesting worlds into your favorites, and occasionally just go back. Maybe they've been updated. Maybe there's something new. Just go in there. It's all or most of it is user created. The creator is in the title. You can hit them up, you can ask them, you can go to them in Discord or wherever they have their socials. Just talk to them, say, hey, I love your world, what you're planning to do. If you know anything in Blender or Unity or anything, just hit them up and say, hey, if you need help, I can help you with that. Because everything you see in here is closer to the metaverse than Facebook or every other big company talked about. This is the realest or the nearest thing to a meta world or metaverse. Thank you. Then yeah, that's the nearest thing to that.
And you don't even have to pay thousands of dollars for a plot of land.
Exactly.
You can just make yourself a new word in Unity, or I don't know what you use for it. I'm not really on the development side of VRChat, but you can just make your own word, publish it, set it as your home word,
or your
and
avatar.
there you are. That's your piece of land, completely free.
What the metaverse tries to do is you buy one item like a hat, and you can play it from game to game to game to game. You have the same hat. And what we have is I'm creating, or maybe I can buy this hat, put it on my model, And in every world, even if it's a game or if it's just like a studio or a bar, I can toggle or wear this hat that I bought. Every game that I'm in, I'm using this avatar. I'm using the changes that I do is permanent. It's in everything. And that's the closest thing to that. And that's why we love VRChat and the community behind it. If you're a
Yes.
part of it already too, thank you. Thank you for being in the community. If you created something or didn't, thank you for being with us, because that's the most important thing that's keeping VRChat and the fun in here alive.
Yes, absolutely. I would also think that the reason why other companies and other, let's say, metaverse platforms kind of fails is because the content. Many of those, many of those platforms usually don't have that much content as in VRChat. In VRChat, you already have a player base of multiple tens of thousands of people. You have multiple assets, absolutely the most creative world creators and avatars creators. If you look around, that many worlds and so many opportunities and availabilities. Udon, as example, gives you extremely much capabilities. It lets you create the most craziest games, although sometimes Udon can also be hard to work with, obviously. At least I've heard
Yeah.
from many world creators. But the fact that you're even possible to do all of this stuff, and the fact that you, as a normal person, can just create your own home world, your own environment that you really feel comfortable in, that was made by you, that was created by you with your own creativity and thoughts put behind this. And the fact that sometimes even entire companies can stand behind it or entire groups can stand behind it. As example, I was part of like some certain groups which definitely had certain members sitting behind making assets for this group, making worlds for this group, avatars even for free for every single group member, as example. We're talking about some military roleplay group here that I'm talking about. I won't get too specific. But just the fact that all of this stuff is existing and that you're actually capable to do such things is just so absolutely crazy and astonishing. And just when you look
Yeah,
at
it is.
things, what people do, it's just astonishing me every single time when I go into a map and I see how crazy and how much love and how much art is being put into it. It just makes me wanna enjoy it even more, because then you really feel like somebody has put their heart and soul into it.
Yeah, and the Abbeys, you can
The
be
avatars,
whoever
yeah.
and whatever you want to be.
Yes,
Like you can do whatever if you want to have like long hair, long black hair with like this color of like the greenish color into your hair and green eyes with black background and everything, or tattoos and shit. You can do that. You
If
can
you
be
want to
whoever
be
you
a
want.
136 centimeter tall white porcupine, you can do that.
Exactly.
yeah, if you wanna. That's what VRChat is for.
And there's another thing that we want to do, and that is there's one thing that we really want to do right now.
Oh, exactly. Yes. We are going to a different world. We will switch worlds for the people on YouTube.
I was thinking about Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, okay.
Idiot.
Okay, gee.
Easy.
I don't know the plan. You're the man with the plan.
It's always Cheers.
Okay. It's always cheers. Fine. The next time you mention anything at all towards me, I will just say, okay, cheers.
Yes.
Don't expect me to say anything else anymore.
No.
No. Fine. Fine.
It's only the second episode and you're already having beef with each other.
Well, absolutely. Beef,
Yes.
drama in VR
Cheers
chat
to the
is
drama.
cheers to the
I can't see
drama.
you
To the
drink, Frederick.
drama.
Shut up.
To
You're
the
still not
future
drinking.
downfall.
You're still drinking.
Yeah.
You're still talking. That means you're not drinking.
Well, you're still talking, so I have to discuss back.
Yes.
Obviously.
That's okay. But we just finished your segment. What's your favorite thing to do in VRChat, teasing? Or do you want to add something, Redrick?
No, I don't. Easy? I'm
Teasy.
interested.
Days. Tell us.
Me?
Yes.
What's your favorite thing to do in VRChat, or your favorite things?
Okay.
Sorry for my
My
squeaky chair.
favorite things in VRChat to do is, to be honest, in VRChat, I just love hanging around with people. I recently got a bit more into VRChat back again, like the last couple of weeks. I kind of was inactive because I have a job as well. I have some other stuff behind that. I have a private life and all that, obviously. But, not in topic here. But basically, right now in VRChat, all I really love right now is meeting people and having time, spending time with those people and enjoying every single second, enjoying every single moment, making amazing moments and amazing memories with these people that I get to meet. And yeah, it's just amazing to kind of hang out with some other people. Of course, some people are just, not really that easy to hang out with. Some people kind of are, not in VRChat for just hanging out with random people as example as I do. I like to go into public worlds. I like to mess around with people. I like to joke around with people and just have generally a good time and a good vibe inside the entire room. At least that's the thing that I'm trying to do. And not everybody likes that. Everybody kind of has their niche group sometimes. Everybody has just one friend, or maybe they're just alone and just doing something in the background and enjoying that thing, which I totally understand, to be honest. But at the end of the day, this is a social game, and in my opinion, you're supposed to at least meet people, greet people, and get to hang out with them at least get into a conversation and talk with them. Sometimes
it's about having fun. Yeah. It's still a game.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes the people that you actually meet on this game, it's just absolutely amazing. As example, recently, just 2 days ago, I met somebody who in a midnight bar, and maybe we even gonna talk about this world later. In a midnight bar in his world, I actually met a person who literally makes like snowboard tournaments, and they're being sponsored by Red Bull, and they can go for free on like every single mountain a certain company owns or something. It's just crazy on what you can do and what people you meet here, in my opinion. And then you also meet people who are in contact with certain world creators and certain avatar creators. Heck, I even know some certain modders from back in the days in VRChat, since VRChat has introduced this little EAC thing, the Easy Internet Sheet thing.
Yeah.
Mods are not really a thing anymore, but still, there's some people who still work on it, still work with some certain things, and it's just amazing to be around with those people and, become friends with those people. Because as we said in the last podcast, you can approach anybody, you can meet anybody and talk with them about anything most of the time. And yeah, it's just amazing to kind of meet and hang around with these people.
That's exactly why people get onto VRChat. Absolutely, 100%. But you talked about something like a military RP. Not to get into the details, what group you joined, but what made you join that group and what was fun about it? Can you tell us a little bit about the how you got into it and what you do there, and just a little bit about it, so the viewers know what to expect and maybe they enjoy it and want to join a military RP group too.
Oh yes, of course, I can talk about that. But first of all, what I want to mention here, for every single community, for everything that is somehow related to digital stuff, or you can make it digital, there's at least one group inside VRChat here that definitely does it. You have plenty of roleplay groups, as example. You have plenty of communities who do military roleplay or any kind of roleplay. You have so many opportunities to join them, and they also have their own custom worlds most of the time, their own custom assets and stuff. And usually when I joined this group, that was in a, what was it called? Yes, in a Just Be club. I was approached by a person. They said, "Yo, we have tanks." My name is TZ Tank. As you know, I am very interested into tanks. By my name, you can easily tell that. And I was like, "Sign me up. I'm in." And the fact that I was able to stay in this group for so long and I actually climbed through the ranks and actually got to meet amazing people. Those communities, they're just so amazing because you have events that you have friends that you can join on all the time. You have people that you know from the events, you have people that you can mess around with, and at the end of the day, on the events, you can still have some kind of role play asset towards it, some kind of role play part inside the whole entire game. And it's just amazing that you can
Don't worry
having
about it.
a couple of technical
It's
difficulties
just the
here.
tracking.
Yeah.
All good.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong here, to be honest.
It's
You know
just a
what's
rogue
wrong?
limb. It's
We
gonna fix
did
itself.
not drink for a certain time. That means cheers.
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 Oh, that's bottle number 10.
Ah, you guys are really chugging it. All right.
I was thirsty. This time I was really thirsty.
But yes, to continue on that story. Basically, just the fact that you can make so many experiences on so many levels, so many people, and like-minded people, and it's just an amazing feeling when
can you go into a little bit of details how to like climb the ranks and how the RP goes through, how it works, what you're RPing, what can the people expect?
So basically, I was in a military roleplay group. So basically, you had multiple branches. As example, you had an army branch, you had a navy branch that you can join, or even an air force branch. So you can pick out from those things. Then inside those branches, you have special regiments who focus on their little niche things.
Yeah.
I joined the tanks, of course, the tank regiment.
Absolutely.
Yes. As said with my name, I joined the tank regiment, and first of all, in there, it was just amazing in the lower ranks. Like when you just started, you kind of get used to it, you kind of get the feeling towards it. You have extra trainings that help you out to kind of figure out how to get started inside this whole entire community and how to join certain events, how to in later on in the past, how do you host events. You kind of get into that as well if you're interested. Like you can host trainings, you can host hangout events, you can host community events, all kinds of things. You can host PvP events. As example, the fact just I cannot remember how many tank PvP events I did for this community. It went to some point where in this community, inside the ranks of the regiment, I became a major part because I was very passionate about it, about this whole entire group, regiment, and community. I basically spent a lot of time on working on the PvPs, working on the trainings. I hosted trainings as well. I know a shit ton about tanks now, more than I do now. It's all manifested in my brain. And basically, I became something that is called an regimental sergeant major, which is basically the third person inside the regiment who kind of is in charge of it. I was that for some time, and later on, I became something that is an officer. And as an officer, of course, you have way more responsibilities. You have way more things that you got to do. You are kind of more working in the background, in the backlines of the entire community. You get to witness all the paperwork and all of the things that go around that you, as a normal member, do not really notice. There's a shit ton of meetings and paperworks and core works, not to mention all of the communities and all of the things that we had. We have media, we have propaganda, we have stuff like custom avatars, custom worlds, custom assets. Everything needs to be planned. And in this community, right now, they have like 2,200 people. Imagine trying to manage 2,200 people. It's crazy. It's unimaginable. And the amount of effort that is being put towards it, and the amount of passion that people put into it, it just amazes me every single time. And just when you climb the ranks more and more, you get more responsibilities. For me, as an officer, it kind of stopped. For me, it got personally too much, and therefore I climbed down the ranks. Right now, I'm just a normal NCM. An NCM is basically a person who, they're just in a community to have fun and stuff. Then there's an NCO, which is a non-commissioned officer, which is basically you can host events, you can co-host events, you have a tiny bit more responsibility than an NCM. But after the NCO, there's the officers ranks, which are more in the back line, and the officers work in the background while the other people are having fun, having a good time in the foreground as NCM or NCO. And just the fact that you can actually push out so many things for one community is just absolutely amazing, and that other people can enjoy it in VRChat. Every single other person can normally join a world like this. Most of the worlds are mainly public, and therefore, as example, even some things like the F-16 fighter carrier is made by a community called the Black Aces. Black Aces, they basically do stuff like, flying shows, professional flying. They get into combat stuff like combat flying and stuff with jets. They are pretty well known as example. And then you have some other communities as well. And the fact that you have so many communities doing so many great things, it's just crazy. It's just a very nice feeling that you can search people who are very like-minded, who are very much into the same things as you. And if you're into military, definitely check out those roleplay groups. But there's still other roleplay groups that you can enjoy. As example, magic roleplay and some other stuff like daily life roleplay. There's every single possibility in this game. The only thing that really limits you is your own creativity. And if it doesn't exist, just make it up. But usually, it already exists.
Exactly.
Because many people love to do it. Love to do every single thing.
That was pretty good. That was really, really interesting. I might have just found something that maybe suits me. Maybe you can hook me up with them. Maybe I'm gonna join them. And the good thing about that is just you can join them and they're absolutely inclusive. So they're not gatekeeping you.
Yes.
They don't tell you, yo, get out, you're not a part of us. They're like, oh, you're new. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what there is, what you can do. And if you're interested, just hit me up. That's it. They're not trying to get you in like the fucking cult, and they don't want to push you away like a gatekeeper. So they're super friendly, they're super inclusive, and they want you there, but they don't want to push you into that sort of thing. So try it out. If you don't like it, say, hey, I had a lot of fun, but I don't think that's my I don't think it's really for me. Then they're chill with that, and I'll love it.
If one thing that I'm want to mention here, if you see those people who are trying to recruit people and trying to get more people into the community, give it a try. It's no cult. The last thing that I want people to know is that it's no cult. The fact that we've been stamped as a cult so many times is just amazing. I really feel very poor for the people who roleplay as a German military community, because you can imagine how that goes. So yeah, it just depends, but listen to the people. They're really trying to get you into something that is definitely going to guarantee you one hell of a time. They will give you many more experiences that you could ever really get inside VRChat. They will give you a whole entire platform basically to increase your entire social basis and meet more people who are just into the same things and gears as you. For me, it was tanks. I met many more people who were also into tanks as well. It was a blast. It was amazing, and I recommend it to every single person.
What do you think about that, Redrick? You heard the whole story of TZ, and you have similar experiences?
No, but I was really interested though. I don't know if I want to join because for me, what would be interesting is like more of a background people, but not in background as in IRL, but like servicemen or military engineers and stuff like that. I don't know if that exists in that group. That would really interest me. That would be really fun. As on my own experiences, you said that there, like everybody is really nice, and like I myself had to say that yes, I have only really encountered one type of person that was like rude to me and everything, and they thought I was a minor and I was in a bar, so that's understandable.
Yeah.
In which world was it? Was it in the midnight
I
club?
don't remember.
Midnight bar?
Maybe it was drinking night.
The pug? The
Drinking
pug?
night.
Oh, drinking
Okay.
night. Okay.
Not the pug. I don't go to the pug. Yeah. Yeah, if you are new to VRChat, there are some words that like everyone knows religiously.
Yeah.
Everyone knows the pug, everyone knows the black cat.
Oh yes.
You see it on the top trending lists
Yes.
most of the time, or with the most people like LSM, like you said, the pug, black cat. Yeah, you find them. You can join them. If you don't like it, you can just leave. So don't feel obligated to stay.
Yeah.
But before we continue, there are two things. First of all, what is it? First of all, huh?
Wait.
CHEERS.
See, yeah.
Is it
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
CHEERS. Is it cheers?
It is cheers.
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 Where did I put it? There it is. Well, I dropped my croissant.
You had a croissant while making a podcast? Really?
It's a meme, bro. It's a meme.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's three things. The second thing is, even if you're drinking with us, we do not condone the extreme consumption of alcohol. So don't drink while you're driving. Don't drink what you absolutely do not can if you cannot handle it, and absolutely drink responsible. Drink water, take your vitamins, take some electrolytes, but don't overdo it. I don't want you to puke. I don't want you to vomit. I don't want you to pass out. Just have fun, drink water, so the next day won't be that bad. We're just having fun. We're not drinking a lot. Even if I say I've had 10 beers, these are mixed beers, so they're like low in alcohol. So that means I'm drinking a lot of liquid with a little bit of alcohol. Just to tell you, I don't want to flex or anything. Just a reminder for all of you to relax, it's to have fun, not to kill ourselves.
Also,
responsibly.
if you do join us in our habit of drinking in VRChat, do keep in mind if something was to go wrong with your headset or with your PC or anything with software, and you have been drinking and you think you can fix it, no, you can't. Say goodbye. You'll be back tomorrow.
Don't get forced into drinking. If I'm telling you take 5 shots, or if for us it's sips, and if you feel like you had enough, don't take them, or take water shots. No one cares.
Also, if you're playing something and they say take 4 shots, they mean 4 sips.
Yeah. Many
shots
times
sips. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but if someone tells you take this and that shots, always take sips.
No one would ever want you to take 50 shots of vodka.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't be dumb.
Yeah, that would be stupid. Drink responsibly, drink with caution, like every single thing, every single drug. Use it in precaution, inform yourself about whatever you take, even alcohol. Alcohol can be an absolute ass towards your body as well, and therefore just be cautious, enjoy your time, don't overdo it, no peer pressure as well. And as said, we are not recommending any kind of Substance abuse, we do not want that. Definitely not. Take care of your body, take care of your health. Drink water. Water is very important, remember. And yeah.
That concludes our public service announcement.
Exactly. Back to the
We're not
main.
responsibilities for any damages. Thank you, lawyers. Not just kidding. And the third thing is cheers, and we're taking a break. So,
All right. Cheers.
Cheers. Prost.
Okay, shake.
Bye.
Cheers.
Go.
See you guys later. Alrighty, welcome back to every single listener and viewer in here. So basically, like, we haven't heard your story yet. What's your story? What is the favorite thing for you to do inside VRChat?
Okay, you already listened to me in the first episode how I got into VRChat. And now that I've been into VRChat a little bit more, the two things I really enjoy in VRChat is the same thing that you said. It's hanging around people I know and I like, and it's raving. It's the rave community.
Ooh.
I'm really like the electronic music, like hardstyle. Like I said, DEFCON is ongoing at the moment, and I really enjoy partying, even without spending $300 or more to go to the Netherlands, camp there, and have 3 days of absolutely the best time of my life. I can recreate that here in VRChat. There are DJs, there are hosts, there are locations, there are parties and everything.
Hmm.
And I really enjoy going there. And that's why I bought Full Body. You see me doing this, that means I can dance and people can see me dance. And that's the best thing to do in VRChat. It's dancing, it's listening to the music, the hard shit. Like, give me the good stuff. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna, even if nobody's talking to me, if there is a 3 hour party, I'm gonna dance for 3 hours straight until every battery on all of my devices just die. That's the one of the absolute best things that I do in VRChat is I'm looking for people or parties to join, and I'm just gonna dance all day, and I love that so much. It's a recreation of parties where you A have to pay, B you have to be there because there are not a lot of parties like that in Germany or in the part where I live. There are occasionally, but not all of the time. And yeah, there are just few and far between. So you can have like 2 or 3 months without any party. But in VRChat, there's almost a electronic dance music party every weekend. Like, and they're from all over the world.
Almost every
If
single
I'm
day, to be honest. Many
yeah,
communities have that. Order
yeah,
through the week.
there are communities they have parties on a Wednesday, not on the weekend, and I'm still joining them. I'm not drinking, but I'm still joining them because I'm having a lot of fun. Or if I want to have fun or just want to party on a, let's say, 2 p.m. Yeah, there's someone in the world having a party right now, and I'm gonna join them. And they're all friendly, they're all inclusive, like we talked about the RP group, and you can just join them and have fun. Maybe you have to switch to a character that's not poor or very poor. But I don't care. Just want to have fun. Just still want to party, and you meet a lot of really interesting people, like DJs really that are known in their countries, but you're not in their countries, but they're known there, and they have their own songs, and they're not only DJs, they're producers. You can talk to them and maybe listen to their newest project, give them credit and say, "Hey, yo, props, bro, that was so sick." And yeah, you can um drink while doing that. Yeah, sure, absolutely. A lot of people do. But for me personally, there's these are two things that I do. There's first drinking with friends like Rhetoric, TZ, and the community that I joined. And then there's raves. And when I'm raving, I normally don't drink. And these are the two things I really, really enjoy doing. There are games. I'm just exploring, getting to know worlds. We're gonna show you some worlds. Sometimes we need to check how we can do that. And yeah, these are the things that I really love. There are some people that are just standing in front of a mirror or sitting in front of a mirror all day. That's cool. That's another topic. These are the things that I really, really, really enjoy. And from this, real friendships can form. I met a lot of people IRL that I know from um, VRChat, and it makes you better in the language you're talking. In like my English got it's not perfect, absolutely not. I'm sorry for my accent, and everything, but you can learn languages even better because there are a lot of natives. That's the third thing that I say, okay, I really enjoy, but most of the time I'm one of the two, just drinking with my friends or raving, maybe even with my friends. These are the two main things.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds interesting. To be honest, what is one of the most interesting stories that you could tell when you were on these rave parties inside VRChat? What did happen here? What did you witness?
Okay, I met two Germans in some random world. We had fun. They're hosting, they're into that, they're cool. And I added them. Now we're friends. And I just know when I join them, there is some electronic dance music playing because they're really into that. That's cool. That's cool. But then I sometimes I just joined them. The world was loading, 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 loading. Yeah, it was what the hell is happening? I pressed go. I was in the world. It's just a big field. I got closer. There was like 70 people, and then it hit me. Huge fucking stage, huge posters, and I was like, "Yo, this reminds me of something." I got closer. There was like a poster with a timetable. I was like, "No way." I put my music louder. I was like, "Yo, this is a fucking festival. This is like DEFCON 1 just in VR chat."
Damn.
They had a full timetable for 1 or 2 days with good DJs and everything perfectly. You have that field, like the stage and everything, a really beautiful stage. It was huge.
Oh,
And
damn.
70 to 80 people, it it's for a normal festival, that's nothing. But for VR chat, that's like a shitload of people. I was like,
Definitely.
yo, what the fuck is happening? Then one of my good friends, DJ, he was playing. I was like, no way, my friend is playing in here. Good
Damn.
job. Hey, you
That's
made it.
fucking
Damn.
It was
sick.
like this dude climbed the ladder and he was like on the top and he was playing on that event. I was like, yo, bro. And he was playing so good music. I was, no way, you have to be here and stay
Hmm.
here. And I was dancing the whole day. I was just joining them. I had
That's fucking
so much
sick.
fun. I didn't know that. I didn't expect it. And they're doing whole like few day events like DEF CON just in VR chat. And they're awesome. They're good. And they're a lot of people and they're having fun. And oh my god, that was so awesome. It was so good. And I really, really want to do that
Hmm.
again because it was just awesome. I couldn't join the DEF CON 1 because of I'm fucking broke right now. I
Ah,
just bought a AC because it's warm and just you can go there, you can have fun. And what did it cost me? Okay, to have the real experience, you need the VR headset. Okay, that costs a little bit of money, all right, but you use it for a lot of things.
hmm.
But you could join for free a whole DEFCON 1 in VR
Yeah, with
chat for
desktop, yeah.
free. It's so good, and that was my best memory about raves in VRChat. Yeah,
Damn,
good
that
question,
sounds
TZ. Good question.
so amazing. Yeah. Oh my god. To be honest, I still haven't gone to any kind of rave or something or any kind of party. I only joined on some couple of people, and I actually got still into DJing myself. I got into like, music mixing and all of that myself. I wanted to kind of witness how to make that, and I'm a person, I cannot make music. I cannot play any instrument. I'm too lazy or not energetic enough to do that. I have to admit that. Um, I can also not dance. If you see me dance, you're gonna basically witness a chicken just dancing on a field. That's how it's gonna look like.
There is no one that cares about that as long as you're having fun.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, yeah. Still, but I was kind of interested into something. I wanted to, find my passion into
Yeah.
music somehow.
Yeah.
So basically, what I thought there was, I want to get into music creation. I cannot play an instrument. I cannot dance. What do? I mix music. Mixing music is amazing. You're the guy standing on the top of of the entire stage with your
Yeah.
music deck. You know your shit. You make the people vibe and dance, and you make them have a good time. That was my vision. I still am working on a mix currently that I'm going to release definitely at some point. If I should release it, I will definitely announce it. And basically,
Sure.
just music mixing in general is such an amazing thing. And on VRChat, as you said, you have DJs, you have entire worlds dedicated to festivals, and the amount of stuff that you witness here is just absolutely amazing. You meet people who have great vibes here. You meet people who are having a good time here. It's just amazing on which worlds you can join here. Is just crazy. All of the things that you can witness on such festivals. Raves, you have entire communities for that. I remember you have certain communities, as example, one certain community that almost hosts every single day, mostly on EST time though, mostly on American times though. They basically host those events, and they almost host every single day with very certain DJs, with most of the time very well known and very good DJs as well.
In the community, they made their name or they're getting big in the community. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yes.
You can make it big in VRChat.
To break my
Yes, definitely.
silence with a related story to what Tizzy said, I can play an instrument and I do make some music. I
Hey,
wouldn't
good
say
job.
quality music that I make, but I do make some. And then I tell people that like they automatically assume that like I can handle FL Studio. No, I cannot. I write sheets. I write
I
sheet
can
music
use
like
FL
orchestral
Studio.
shit. And I do not know anything about like electronic and modern music creation. No, I have an app. I painstakingly drag in the notes to the correct places.
Amazing.
That's a
Yeah.
skill, bro. That's a skill. That's
Yeah,
an
thank you.
Yeah.
skill
At the end of the
Yeah.
you
day,
should there should be people like you that can do that. Absolutely. Two friends of mine are DJs and producers. If you need help, absolutely. I'm trying to get them to I'm trying to host I was a host at one point for parties, and I trying to create an own event with those two, and maybe if you want to be the first one to start, like the starter with the chill music, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm inviting every single
yeah.
person that watches or listens to this to the event. I'm gonna announce it if it comes to let's say fruition, or if it comes to life. I'm gonna invite everyone
We can
that
even
listens to that.
make a collab once because like I really like the kind of music that you can see floating around the internet. That's like uh, a classical melody played on a classical instrument like a cello or a violin or something,
Yeah.
and then electronic music in the background. And I really think it's amazing. I really like it, and I want to make something like that. So I don't know, maybe I can hit you up with that in the future.
Oh hell
I
yeah!
can hit you up with the people that created the intro and outro song of this podcast. So absolutely, sure, we can do that.
All right, thank you.
Amazing. Okay, I think we have one more topic to scratch on.
2.
Which would be our world of the week.
The first one is. The first one is. The first one is. Cheers.
Midnight.
Cheers.
Okay,
Wait.
never mind.
I'm gonna.
Cheers.
Come on. There you go. Don't you dare laugh at me.
I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the funny sound.
Oh, that sounds like a cork. That sounds like something fancy.
It's not fancy. Like we have these in 10-liter bottles down in the basement, and we fill up smaller bottles with it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's homemade stuff.
Oh,
it is really good though.
That must
the
be
good
fancy.
shit. The good
and,
shit.
yeah.
And it's usually better than the shit you can get at stores. Oh,
100%.
yes.
There's blood, sweat, and tears and love in that shit. And
so
you can
now that I
taste.
actually poured it, I'm gonna join you in the cheers from before.
All right. What? It's a frog. Should we put the world on in the end or in between?
I would say right now.
All right.
What?
Right now.
Right now.
Or yeah.
Okay, then it's your turn.
All right. Last thing we have here is our world of the week. Every single time we're gonna host a podcast, we will also talk about a certain world that caught our eye, caught our attention, and we kind of want to shine a bit of light onto this certain world in order to give a bit of love towards this creation, towards the creator of it, and basically also support our local VR avatar and world artists, of course. Support them in case you use any avatars and you really like them. Support them in case you like the worlds. Support the avatar creators or world creators. So yeah, our world for this week, what we picked is the Midnight Bar.
Oh,
interesting. Yes. I think we should hop on there and we see you in the Midnight Bar.
Yes, on for a break. See you there.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I float out.
That's an exit. We said the C word, so sorry. Hey, Redrick.
Bartender.
Hello.
Give me a drink.
Yes, you will definitely receive one.
Got that, bro.
But first of all, something to this little world that we're in. This world is called the Midnight Bar, made by the person Karisu. Karisu basically worked with a couple of other people, organizations, up to studios together with, in order to actually get this bar working, because this bar is originally made by a game studio. This is an actual game that you can play, where you play as a bartender inside a bar in a very cyberpunkish, very utopian environment, and you're basically the bartender here. and get to serve.
That's why you change your outfit. I see. Professionals
Exactly.
over here.
Exactly. I have to suit to my job here. Based on this game, you can basically become the bartender inside VRChat yourself and actually not serve any NPC customers, but actual players. They can
And
request.
don't worry, there will be
drinks.
actual customers here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And basically, as you can see, I have a drink prepared here for our lovely Flig here. And
Thank you.
then
lovely
we
bartender.
also have a very much more strong drink here, which
Ooh.
definitely will be suited for our lovely little friend here.
Get your drinks ready, everyone. You too, bartender.
Oh, me too.
Yours
Okay,
is on me.
let me get a drink as well then.
Disclaimer, I am drinking with this IRL, so cheers.
Exactly.
Cheers.
So
Exactly.
you had the C word. Cheers.
Cheers.
Kid.
And fun fact.
I think I need a glass of water.
Yo,
Yeah.
what?
Before I go and sleep with the Crocs.
Okay, so the drinks are made for people. You get a
Best.
Asian effect, and
Here,
if
what?
you're short, depends on your
Offer.
height,
Oh,
Ah,
it gets weird, and you can
I didn't manage to grab it. I was already
pass
blind.
out. Okay,
gosh.
well, Redrick just passed out because he's small, and yeah, he now passed out and woke up in the ditch. So yeah, don't overdo it. And we
Yes.
have water, as you can see here. If you drink this one while you're fucked up, you can cancel out the effects, but TZ was too slow or Redrick was too slow to chug it. And yeah, that's
He
why
was too
Redrick
small.
left. But you can create a lot of drinks like TZ already made for us.
I am on my way back.
Okay.
I have found a pair of Crocs
Like
for
TZ
completely free.
TZ already did for us, so you can really, really mix them, and you get your visual effects and your auditory effects. So your vision gets blurry, and you have more reverb in your ears to simulate being a little bit more drunk. And what we do is while we're sipping our drinks, we sip our drinks IRL. So this gives like a good vibe and a good feeling and gives a lot more immersion while drinking with your friends. And yeah, that's a really, really nice thing about this place. And what I'm seeing is a lot of 8-bit or like the pixelated graphics, and they're awesome. TZ is gonna show you a little bit of that. It's gonna show you around and show you a little bit of the environment we're in. It's a nice vibe. It's not too loud. The music is chill. You can add your own music, but you don't need it. It's a feel good world with your friends, with a bartender where you can drink or just hang out like in a real bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely one hell of a place to kind of just hang around and just be with other people, especially while you're drinking, considering you have many aspects of actual drinking. As example, you can actually get drunk and actually pass out, as we have seen here. Consider that just like IRL, you can
Small
also
interruption that might need to be cut out. I am completely obstructed by the game UI.
Yeah, if you jump, you can see a game UI. If you're a drinker like me, cheers.
Yes.
I am. I'm still.
Ooh,
There I am.
if you drinker like me, then you see just that you can order and how you can order. But if you're a bartender, like oh sorry, what's the name? I can't read it correctly. Easy Tank. Then you see recipes for drinks you can create on that machine over there.
Which is right what you can see on screen if you are watching this from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a machine with like ingredients that you can mix, and you get different varieties of drinks in different glasses with different colors and the different strengths. So the white one that you saw in that special, what's it called, martini glass, um, yeah, it gets you fucked up. And if you drink something like I did, like a few seconds ago, that orange one, that gives you a little bit less of an effect, but you won't pass out when you do this. All right, I think that's it for today. I hope you had a lot of fun. Give us feedback. If you want to hit us up, I'm gonna tell you the VRChat names right now. For Teasy, it's TEEZY_TANK. For my microphone is here. Our lovely guest, Redrick, it's capital REDRICK, and then capital SCH.
If you can guess where that is from, I'm gonna post you a piece of chocolate that's probably going to be spoiled by when it gets there.
So you get some Chucky. And for me, can you read my sign?
Capital F LIGG mode. Lig mode.
Did you just dab? I am ashamed.
No, I sneezed. I sneezed.
You have a very suspicious
good
way
save. Good
of
save.
dabbing. Unbelievable.
So,
Well,
like I said, some feedback. Join us on Discord. We have our Discord in the first episode. I'm a little bit too drunk to look it up, and I'm too lazy to look it up right now. But we're gonna add that into the description. Oh my god, I just totally hit my microphone arm. We're gonna put it in.
Yeah. That's why you shouldn't drink on a podcast. Which this podcast is basically for.
I said before, we are trained professionals.
Yes, definitely.
Exactly.
But let's call it a day here. Good evening, day, night, whatever it is. And goodbye, dear viewers and listeners. Have a lovely time.
Have a lovely time. Bye-bye and cheers.
Cheers.